In this lecture we are going to focus three different commands like a head, a more, tail commands. These three commands are regularly we are using along with cat command. So right now we are going to focus the more command. The more command is a commonly used command in Linux that is used to view the contents of a file at one time. When a file is too large to fit one screen, it's having a couple of pages content, then we should go with the more command. Suppose it is a very large file, then we go with this more and a file name. Suppose it contains more than 3 pages. Suppose more than 3 pages, it can be viewed like a percentage based on size, based on requirement. I mean that based on specification, user specification, then it can be split the page. So for navigating one page to another page, we go with the space bar. Space bar, we are going to next page, and B, we are going to you previous page. And one more, enter is for next line, and Y is for previous line, and Q is for quit. So it is a large file, so every based on requirement it will be open like a 30% percentage wide, it will be open. Here there is a one issue is there. If in case the page is divided into three parts, so page 1 0 to 33%, and suppose 66% and 100%. When you reach your screen is reached to 100%, it is not a possible to use these symbols like a space bar and BQ. So when you are going with the here to here, then only here to these two areas only this next page option will be works. Once you enter this last page, you never back forward to this page, second page, and you never forward to this page. That is a issue is there. So next, one more command here. If you want to, it is a large file, but you want to split your page with your specified number of lines. Suppose you want to open each page only, it contains only 10 lines, then you can go with this one, -10 and file name. Here the file is open, file is split into number of pages based on 10 lines only. Suppose it's a 100 pages file, then it divides into 10 pages. Each page contain only 10 lines of code. And if you want to ignore couple of lines where you want to start your file, means that you don't require first 20 pages you don't require, then you go with like this way, and automatically it will be ignored. It start from third page and fourth page till end. And if you want to open multiple pages with a more command, more file 1, file 2 and file 3, in this way we open. So how it can be open, like first file 1 will be open, and then it will be going to file 2 and file 3. And next, one more command is there, head command. Head command displays the beginning of the text file. Means that when you are using head command, it is a large file. Head command, file name. What is a more command? More command directly divided into number of pages based on number of lines. But this head command would display the content first 10 lines by default. It will be divided into 10 lines. It having a three important options, -C, -V. When you are using -N means -5, -5, either you are using any 5 number, generally 5 number, -N 5, then it opens 5 lines of code only. Then when you are using -C means 20K means 20 kilobytes data will be open. 20B means 20 bytes of code it will be open. -V means every page having a before output, it is a file name will be prints. And forcefully also we are going with this head -F example.txt. This way also we can print head -N, -10 and -20B and -V. So -V in the sense name of the file name will be placed in every page. Next, tail command. This command is we are using very regularly. Every cloud engineer needs to use this style command. So it displays the end position. It displays the end position of the file. By default, it displays the last 10 lines of file. The tiles command prints the last 10 lines by default. So here tile file name, it will print the last 10 lines. Suppose you want to print only last 5 lines, it will be print last 5 lines. And if you want to get the real time and display a new line of text, means frequently updated, so log files frequently updated, right? Example.txt. So this option to follow a file in real time and display a new lines that are added to the file, the particularly we are monitoring the logs. So every time this file at example.txt, when the new lines added, and automatically this will be reprint the last 10 lines. It is a more useful in real time. And tail file 1, file 2, file 1, file 2 and file 3. So it will be mix the each file of the last 10 lines. It mix the means each 10 lines of the file. Each file it will shows 10 lines of each file. And if you want to byte of content, means tile -n 20 lines -c example.txt displays a byte count of n lines. Next, display the text file page by page. So that is one more command. Okay, now we are going to execute these all the commands in these are instance. We need to log in. Open putty, I logged in. So here, so previous cd I want to go with first ls list items. There is a files directory is there, files directory, and within the file directory we have couple of files. Then first one, I'm going with more interview questions. Suppose I'm going with interview question.txt. It contains number of pages. How much? Just you observe 81%. In a first page it contains 81%. Then I am going to space bar, it will be going to next line. But previous page it never be jumps. When I am pressing P, it treat like a text. But I want to open. By default, when we are using more, directly it occupies entire space. How much space is there, it occupies. But I want to display only couple of lines. Then how we can use more hyphen. Suppose I am using -n 10 interrogation. Every time how many lines it will be opens? Only 10 lines. Next page, space bar, it opens again one more. Next page it opens 64 page. Only 10 lines it adds 84, and it will be going jumps, right? So I don't want first 12 lines. Then clear more 10 file name, wait for the response. Just to observe, it skips that. First skip the couple of lines, it skips, right? So first and directly there is svn, right? Svn, some lines it skips. No. View the multiple files. Just you observe more interview, MongoDB and Angular, 3 different files. Then you observe This is the first one, interview question.txt. Again, you observe here the file name of each page. Then first one is 74%, and the next one it will be open like a more next MongoDB file. This is a MongoDB file, and 76% over, and MongoDB is over. And next Angular text will be open, and in this way it opens. Head command, more command. So by using space we are going to next page, next clear, and we are going to open head command. What is a head command? Head displays the beginning of the text file. By default it only displays 10 lines. Head interview questions. How many lines? 10 lines only it displays. Next, only 10 lines. We are not going to jump to another line, I mean that next 10 lines. If you want to open like more than 10 lines, by default 10 lines it will be opens, but you don't require that. More than 10 lines you require. Head -n 25. Suppose how many? 25 lines it opens. Totally 25 lines it opens. Where is our command? So totally 25 lines it opens. Then so if you want to open the file with the name of the file, -v, so it opens with a file name. It opens with a file name. -v in the sense open with a file name every time. So, and one more benefit of this head command, you can run your file with a number of bytes. Suppose I want to open 1 byte of code only. I require 1 byte of code of that interview questions. Only 1 byte of code, not a number of lines, just bytes of code. This is a 1 byte of code. And again I want to run 2 bytes of code. How much we required? We don't know, right? 2 bytes of code. So based on byte it will be opens, right? So in this way we use this head command. So suppose we have a couple of files, we open with head command. Head, Angular, and interview questions, and MongoDB file. 3 different files, just you observe. So first these are for Angular file and interview questions and MongoDB files. With the help of this we open head command. Only couple of lines only it opens, and every time the page can be divided with a file name, right? And next concept is like a tail. It displays the end of the lines. Clear tail. File name I want to open with again interview questions. It opens the last lines, and again tail -n5. Only 5 lines are required, and interview questions. You observe these are 10 up to 6 only it opens. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This way it will be open. And one command is there, so frequently it monitors the file. Tail -f, the floating data. So here generally log files continuously it updates. Every second it updates the file. So if in case we are open this way, it is waiting, it not close actually. It is waiting for the file updation, the runtime file updations. So in a log file, when you are creating a log file, that situation this command will be used. In real time maximum we follow this tail command only. And if in case we are opening a couple of files in single location, tail file 1, so Angular and interview questions and MongoDB file, then all files last 10 lines. We get all files last 10 lines. So in this way we can update. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.